Wonder Woman. That's what Johnny Depp's powerhouse lawyer Camille Vasquez is being called today after she leaped to the aid of a plane passenger having a medical emergency. After takeoff, an elderly passenger was walking by Camille Vasquez when he collapsed and hit his head. Camille, who was traveling with a bodyguard, sprang from her seat to help.
Notice on my Apple Watch a call coming through from Camille, which is odd. I know how busy she is now.
What did you see?
He looked like he was losing balance, and Camille just stood up and helped him, and she was there with him the whole time. She even let him sit on her seat, and she was standing next to him and rubbing his back and just trying to be there for him as much as she could.
Fans were already surprised with Camille Vasquez's attempt to prove Depp's innocence and help him win. She became popular and even got some offers from Hollywood and legal firms. Recently, she helped a passenger, and that was the thing that made her even more popular and inspiring among the fans. What exactly happened to the passenger? How did Camille see him? Here is all you need to know. Fans got rolled over with the innocence and humanity work Camille did, and they have different comments on her. One fan commented that good people are naturally good. Camille jumped into the situation and assisted this man, not caring if cameras were present to record or photograph it. I'm falling more and more in love with her. Another comment came saying, to be honest, as wonderful as all of this praise and attention is, I hope it fades and she can live her life away from the awful public eye. They will try to pick her apart and build her up in order to eventually tear her down. They'll probably go digging for old boyfriends and times when she wasn't such a good person and blast her with it, as long as they can prove it's true, LOL. The public should just let her be a great lawyer again. One more fan added that Camille is a true inspiration, but I'm concerned about the spotlight that's being placed on her. We all know how the media enjoys lifting women up, only to tear them down. Camille certainly does not deserve it. I hope they leave her alone and allow her to continue living her extremely successful life in peace and privacy. One that a fan replied, "This is absolutely correct. I vaguely recall reading about a social psychology phenomenon that summed it up as follows. Society likes relatable women until they are too like to be relatable. It stayed with me. I'm sure she'll handle everything fine, but it's worth noting." Another commented that, "I can already see the AH public relations team issuing statements like, the elderly gentleman was a paid actor. They made this up." Here's the entire backstory. Camille Vasquez, Johnny Depp's attorney, had been dubbed a Wonder Woman for rushing to the aid of an elderly man who collapsed on board an American Airlines flight. Miss Vasquez, who rose to prominence as the Pirates of the Caribbean actor's lawyer in his defamation suit against Amber Heard, was on a flight from Los Angeles to New York earlier this week when the incident occurred, according to TMZ. According to passengers on the flight, a man in his 70s had a medical emergency, collapsing and hitting his head near where Miss Vasquez was sitting in first class with her bodyguard. The 37-year-old firebrand attorney reportedly jumped out of her seat to assist the man and immediately contacted her brother-in-law, a doctor, for assistance. He directed her to determine whether the man had a heart attack or if he had suffered a brain bleed as a result of the fall, while her bodyguard placed his own Apple Watch on the man's wrist to monitor his vital signs. When a surgeon was found on board the flight and could take over, the crisis was quickly averted. The flight was rerouted to Los Angeles International Airport, where the man, who had regained consciousness, was escorted off the plane and taken to receive medical attention. According to TMZ, Miss Vasquez was rewarded by the cabin crew for her bravery, with a flight attendant calling her a Wonder Woman and gifting her a bottle of Merlot and champagne. The Independent has contacted American Airlines for more information. Miss Vasquez became an overnight celebrity after representing Mr. Depp in his high-profile defamation case. Throughout the 6-week trial, the attorney became the center of a bizarre fandom among Mr. Depp's supporters, with fan pages sprouting up on social media and supporters cheering her on outside the courtroom in Fairfax, Virginia. In an interview with NBC Today following the verdict, she described the attention as overwhelming and surreal. Still, she hoped she could be an inspiration to women considering a career in law. Following her work on the high-profile case, Ms. Vasquez was promoted to partner at the law firm Brown Rudnick. Ms. Vasquez is scheduled to return to court on Friday to represent Mr. Depp, where she will meet with Ms. Heard's attorneys to see if the two sides can reach a final settlement in the case. Mr. Depp won his defamation lawsuit against Ms. Heard on June 1st, after a jury of 7 found that she had defamed him on all 3 accounts in a 2018 op-ed for the Washington Post. Ms. Heard described herself as a victim of domestic abuse in the op-ed, saying she felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out. Jurors awarded Mr. Depp $10 million compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages, which were reduced to the state's legal limit of $350,000 by Fairfax County Circuit Judge Penny Askerit. Ms. Heard was successful in one of her 3 counterclaims against her ex-husband, with the jury concluding that Mr. Depp, through his lawyer Adam Waldman, defamed her by labeling her allegations about a 2016 incident, an ambush, a hoax. She was awarded $2 million in compensatory damages, but no punitive damages, leaving the Aquaman actress out of pocket $8.35 million. Judge Askred has yet to enter the verdict into the docket, offering Friday the 2 parties one last chance to settle the case. If they do not, the verdict will be entered into the docket, and both parties will be required to pay the ordered damages. The case will be transferred to the Court of Appeals of Virginia after 21 days, giving both parties 30 days to file a notice of appeal. Isn't she really inspiring and a great woman? What do you think about Camille Vasquez's heroic act? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe for more uploads.